another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant, this is Kev. Thank you for joining us once again. We so much appreciate it. Kev, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you, sir?
I'm doing awesome, bro. Today, we are reviewing the film The Mountain Between Us, okay? This film is rated PG-13, has a runtime of 1 hour and 43 minutes. This film is a drama. Stranded after a plane crash in the wilderness, we have two strangers that must come together in order to survive.
This film was directed by Hani Abu-Assad, and it stars Kate Winslet and Idris Elba, two I believe to be great actors.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at the trailer.
Let's do it.
Anyone? Alex, can you look at me? You really hurt your leg. Your phone's smashed. My phone has no signal, and we're pretty high up on the mountain. If we stay here, we're safe. If we leave, search and rescue, they're less likely to find us.
Look, I don't want to die up here because you're too scared to take a risk.
Someone's looking for us.
The pilot didn't file a flight plan. Nobody knows where we are. We're all we've got, me and you. We can go 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, and 3 hours without shelter. We might die together, and I don't even know you.
We're not gonna die. Not today. Alex!
Okay, Ant, it's not often that two specific genres come together and then you get a third genre kind of burst out of that. But that's exactly what we have here with this film. We have a film that is a typical man versus nature kind of struggle.
Love
and
that
then birthed out of that is a romance that occurs. And you may or may not see it coming. For a lot of people, I think it comes off as a surprise. But it does happen. And I think they do a really good job of displaying that or bringing that to fruition.
I could not agree more. Absolutely. And it's something different. I don't think I've seen anything like that before.
Right.
That I can recall off the top of my head. Great cast, right? Kate Winslet, Idris Elba. They both do a very good job.
Absolutely.
But I must give really recognize Idris Elba for his role in this film because he does a really good job.
Right.
Been rocking with Elba since the days of The Wire.
Absolutely.
And seen a lot of his films, and we've reviewed a lot of his films. And sometimes, he can mail it in my personal opinion, Kev. And because I know he's such a great actor,
right?
That's why I know at times when I see him in certain things, I'm like, that's not the Elba I know.
Yeah, that's not you. So
that's not what I know you're capable of a lot more. So in this film, right, we see what he's capable of. He brings it, and as a matter of fact, I go as far as to say he carries this film.
He does. Idris Elba does carry this film. He does an outstanding job, and at no point when the plot line does go towards a romance, at no point does it seem odd that you have Idris Elba, who is a black man, who is in a romantic engagement with Kate Winslet, who is very white.
White woman.
But it doesn't seem strange because both of these actors do a great job of bringing these characters to life.
Very natural, very natural. Now I do devil's advocate just to throw the question or even something to think about. How Hollywood puts films together. Would this film went just as well if his love interest were a black woman, were Sanaa Lathan?
I think it would have. I really do.
I agree.
In this particular instance, I don't think it matters. I don't think race really matters in this particular case. The film is well written and it's well acted, and the emotions that these characters go through and all the different things that they have to face, the trials and tribulations. That's where the romance is birthed out of. And as a result, it doesn't matter what color they are. We just relate to them as human beings.
Okay, absolutely. What I struggle with at times in this film was that transition right from man versus nature to the romantic part. I guess I say in particular the romantic piece of it, where it got a little bit cheesy for me at times. Some of the things that happened and transpired in the film, I'm like, all right, that's a bit much. It was a bit of a distraction to me of what was going on. I'm kind of being vague. I have to be, right, because I don't want to give any spoilers away. But I didn't care for some of that. It was just a little too cheesy, right? It's a little too lovey-dovey.
I don't know. I wanted to pick up my phone, call my wife, and say, "I love you, baby." It didn't really. I didn't really find it to be too cheesy. I felt like this is the perfect film for couples. I think it's the perfect movie for for relationships and to kind of test how strong a relationship may or may not be. I didn't have a problem with it. It did not come across as cheesy to me.
You're just trying to get some when you get home. Anyway, I hear you on that. Now, what I will say, what was right about the film, you brought up relationships, right? It's very honest. It's very truthful and very authentic in the relationships between a man and a woman, and it's very raw. So very fitting environment. Regardless of race, I didn't say anything about race.
Yeah.
The environment, right? Being in the nature, being out in the forest or in nature, it can't get more raw than that. And the dialogue between these two, as their relationship develops, is very honest. Right. Very, very honest, and I could so appreciate that. And it's a breath of fresh air in the times that we live in 2017, where up is down and down is up. That hey, relationship between a man and a woman is still, that's what it is.
Yeah, it was very authentic. Okay, it was very authentic. There was no part of their relationship that I felt was off-putting or was forced. Okay, I just felt like these are two people being brought together in trying times and trying conditions, having to do something and realizing how they feel about one another.
Yes,
I thought it was pretty authentic.
No doubt. Can we put some points on this, Kev?
Let's do it. Go
All
ahead.
right. Hey, this is a good film. You should check it out. If for anything, there's lots to talk about. I always say this, right? If there's a film you see where you have a lot of discussion points, and just hey, after y'all see the movie, you're going out to dinner and you want to talk amongst your double dating or single date, whatever. There's lots to talk about here. And so I really enjoyed that piece of it. Some of it was a little bit too lovey-dovey for me. That's my personal opinion. But nevertheless, it's good. I give the film a 7 out of 10. It makes the cut. Check it out.
I really enjoyed this film. I felt like the director took some chances here and there with different things. The scene of the actual plane crash and the directions that the camera, kind of circles around in, I thought that was outstanding. I felt like it was really well done. Never really seen a plane crash depicted in such a way. I felt like the director did some really good things. He made some really bold choices, and I thought it was really good. I enjoyed this film. Forget what Ann says. Take your significant other. Go see this movie. This is a perfect date film. I give this film an 8 out of 10. Go check it out.
Forget what Ann says. So you don't listen too well, because I never said don't take your significant other to the film. I think I said double date or take your date to go see this film. I think that's what I said.
Don't double date, because all you're going to do is end up getting into a fight with the other couple. Just take your significant other and have a good time. Discuss it with that person. Come to a consensus of how you feel about it, and just enjoy it. Enjoy yourselves.
I think we both saying go see the film. Now, I don't know what Kev has against double dates, either bad experiences in his past or whatever. Go see the film. A 7. Kev gave the film an 8. Ultimately, you decide, okay? That's our show. Look, click on that subscribe button. We would love for you to subscribe to the show so you can see me and Kev argue more about double dating and all that kind of stuff.
No, you don't want to see that.
Check us out on social media, right?
Or you
Instagram,
can check
Twitter.
us
Can
out.
I finish what I'm saying before you cut me off, please, sir? Instagram, Twitter, at the Movie Brothers.
You own
now,
one today.
Please,
You really
go ahead
are.
with what you were saying.
You are seriously on one. Check us out on our website, www.themoviebrothers.com. That way you can check out. That way you can check out any reviews for films that we have not shot an episode for, which there are many. Okay, maybe there's something that you wanted to know about that we didn't shoot an episode for. Go see what we've got in our written reviews. I think you'll enjoy yourself.
That's what it is. I'm Ant. This is Kev. We are the Movie Brothers. This is the place, the one and only place, where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Hey.